Dear students, I hope that you are all fine. And today, today I'm going to start the first class. And you know that I thought that we will discuss in class, but due to the such situation, COVID-19, all are facing problem. I hope that you take care for yourself, and I hope soon we'll meet in the classroom. Today, as you know that in 6th semester we have the one course that is protected cultivation and secondary agriculture. Earlier, just I want to inform you that its name was protected cultivation, but in place of secondary agriculture it was post harvest technology. And today's introduction class. What is the protected cultivation? Basically, there are different definitions are there. Some of the I have listed here. Basically, it is the, you know that whenever you grow any crop, there are three factors are important. One is your selection of the seed material or planting material. Second is the agronomical management, and third is your environment management. Basically, here in this protected cultivation environment, because till now if you see that our practices are based on only two factors, that is the selection of the seed, and second is your agronomical management. But in protected cultivation, apart from those two factors, we are taking care of the environment aspect also. So you can see that if you see in winter the temperature is low, right? So if temperature is low, so soil temperature is also low. So how to make the climate suitable for any crop? Suppose that you are taking the tomato, how to make the environment suitable so that you can increase the yield, you can improve the quality. So basically it is the microclimate around the plant is controlled fully, partially or modified. Basically you can control. In this room I am discussing, in this room also you can cultivate any crop. Like if you maintain the proper temperature, light intensity, artificially used to grow the crop. So if you give the proper light, temperature, maintain the humidity, if you give the CO2, in this room also you can calculate. The problem is that cost of cultivation. And if in this room we will put the growing media, soil or any growing media, we can cultivate in this room also. But the problem is the cost. So all the people around the world, including in India, here in Birsa also, we are trying to make how to reduce the cost of cultivation, even though you are using the protected cultivation. So what are the objectives? Some of them I have listed here. You can see the fully control or partially. Already I explained that we can fully control the environment. We can partially modify it. What are the factors that you use to control in the protected cultivation? You can see the temperature. As I told that in temperature, two temperatures are very important. One is the air temperature and another is the soil temperature. If you see in Kake, in Ranchi district, in Kake, in our campus, if you see in winter, the air temperature go up to 0. So whenever the air temperature go low, your soil temperature also reduces. So you have to maintain, according to your crop, you have to maintain the temperature range for the soil and as well as air. Apart from that, light is also very important. So if you go to summer, light intensity is very high. So how to reduce the light intensity during your summer season? Apart from that, quality means the spectrum, which part of the spectrum you are getting on the plant. Apart from that, humidity also plays an important role, because humidity affects your transpiration. Then carbon dioxide, that is helpful in carbon dioxide. Excess moisture, runoff, percolation, I have listed. Basically, normally when you are giving the conventional irrigation system you are following, you are giving the excess moisture to your field. And what happens due to that, runoff losses is there, percolation losses is there. So, and due to excess moisture, there is the availability of oxygen in the root zone is very limited, and that affect your respiration of the root zone. Apart from that, water loss, weed growth, how to reduce the water loss, how to protect the plant from the weed growth, leaching of the fertilizer. Whenever conventionally we used to give the fertilizer, leaching loss, especially the nitrogenous fertilizer, the leaching loss is very high. Apart from that, you have to protect from the insect and pest. If you see in this course, there are many things, there are many technology that can be used to, as I discussed, different parameters. But what are those technology? First is the greenhouse. If you see in this course, we have to only study about the greenhouse aspect of the greenhouse part only in this course. But if you see apart from the greenhouse, other other protected structure are there, shed net structure, insect net proof structure. Later on, when we will move, we will discuss these points. Apart from that plastic low ton is there. Mulching is also there. Basically, how you can use the mulch to reduce the water loss, to control the weed. Apart from soil solidization, drip sprinkler is also there. You know very well that the drip, whenever you go for potato cultivation, even though in your poly house or greenhouse, basically you have to use the drip irrigation, you have to use the fertigation. Whenever you are using your drip irrigation, certainly the drip irrigation is with fertigation. What is fertigation? Fertigation is the water soluble fertilizer if you are giving through your drip system. Apart from that, you have the plastic pour tray. Basically, normally conventionally, whenever you are going the nursery is not healthy. So by using different technology, we can protect the plant from the different parameters that affect the plant growth, yield and quality. If you see the advantage of protected cultivation, first is you can see the productivity, because whenever you are giving the environment suitable, your productivity will increase, your quality will improve. And apart from that, as I told earlier, that in this room also you can calculate. So by using the proper control of the environment, we can grow any crop, as I told. So you can grow early, off-season cultivation, round the year nursery. Whenever you are protecting the environment, certainly we can grow round the year you can grow the nursery also. Because in protected structure, later on we will discuss in more detail. So apart from that, we can control from the insect net, the insect and disease, pesticide. Because due to the protection, due to insect net, you normally use the insect net in the poly house or greenhouse. So it reduces the use of pesticide. Because you are using mulching, it reduces the use of weedicide also, and because you are using the water through the drip, so you are using efficiently the water, and because you are going for fertigation, so it reduces the fertilizer consumption also. But there are some limitations. Limitations is the first is your cost. You can see higher cost of initial infrastructure, because you are putting new infrastructure to protect your plant from the different factors. So certainly it will put the initial cost. Apart from that, because if you see this protected cultivation, this is the end of agriculture. I feel like that, because you have to use all the resources and knowledge here. So you need the skilled manpower. Apart from that, it is very intensive and require constant effort, because your cost of cultivation is high. In cost of cultivation, two parameters are there. One is your non-recurring part, that is the poly house or greenhouse, shade house, and second is the operational cost. So here you need the trained person. Apart from trained person, you have to very constant visit, so that each plant perform in better way. Apart from that, repair, maintenance problem are there. Then how to monitor your protected structure. So there are some limitations are there also. As I told, the course name is protected cultivation. So briefly we discuss about the protected cultivation. What is secondary agriculture? Basically, if you see, normally till date in India, we are only concerned about, normally you used to know what is the primary agriculture. So basically, if you are going any crop, if you are moving around the only cultivation of crop, that is your primary agriculture. But in secondary agriculture, normally people think that it is value addition. But Government of India, you can find the document through the internet. In Ministry of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare website, government has prepared a well-documented because our Prime Minister has vision to make the farmers' income double by 2022. So they have prepared a well-documented document. There you can see the details of the secondary culture. But as for that document, what is secondary culture? So certainly the value addition is there. But apart from this value addition, we have the alternative enterprises. We'll discuss later on, and then enterprises that uses crop residue and waste of the primary agriculture. So what is the value addition? You know very well, because in this course also we have to only discuss about the value addition part. In value addition also different things are there. So we'll discuss later on in detail. So if you see in the value addition, two things are there. One is the input centric. Basically, The government want that the farmers should train, or anyone who is interested in agriculture, they can learn about the how to grow the nursery, flower nursery, fruit nursery, vegetable nursery. Then apart from the vermicomposting, how to make the biofertilizer, so that they can enhance their income. Apart from that, the input centric, because these are the input for your cultivation, we have the harvest and post harvest centric effort. In harvest or post harvest effort, there are two parts are there. One is your fresh produce, okay. So we have to think about the fresh produce, and apart from that fresh produce, we can go for processing. So in fresh produce, what I am saying that from the seed to market, we have to think about the fresh produce chain about, and in processing, we have to think about the development of different type of processed food product. What about the alternative enterprise? All you know very well that the government or any farmers want to increase his income. Apart from the primary agriculture activity, he can go for mushroom cultivation, beekeeping, hydroponics, because what is alternative enterprises? Basically those enterprises that do not compete with the land and manpower of the primary agriculture. Apart from the mahua cultivation, especially in Jharkhand, like cultivation plays a very important role in improving the income of the farmer. If you see the enterprises that use crop residue and waste of the primary agriculture, till now you will find that after the harvesting of the crop, those crop residue and waste are not properly utilized. Some of them, you know, that government of India is giving a lot of emphasis on the biogas, by the cow dung, how to. So by using the biogas, you can make the fertilizer, and you can. Due to biogas, a lot of you generate energy, so by that you can run your gas chulha and the lighting purpose also. Apart from that, from rice straw you can make the fiber board. Apart from that, from banana fiber you can extract the different kinds of biodegradable products. So especially if you see in India, we have not focused much on the crop residue and waste, but we have to focus, because from these raw materials, bio waste, residue and waste, we can make a lot of product that will enhance the income of farmer. So as I told that in your secondary agriculture, three things we have discussed, but in secondary agriculture, in value addition part, we have two things are there. Basically, so in that, as you know, what is the fresh produce supply chain management? You usually used to say farm to fork, or farm to plate, or farm to health. I have given name the farm to health. Why farm to health? Basically farm to plate means, what is farm to fork? Whenever you from seed to plate means you are talking about all the operations that are involved from your seed time to when your crop or any produce reach to your table. But I am talking about the health. Means ultimately whenever your product reaches at the table, ultimately you used to consume those products. But the important is that after consumption, what is the effect of those products on our health? So I have given the new term farm to health. So basically what is the fresh produce supply chain management? This is as you know, we are talking about the farm to seed to your farm to fork or seed to fork. So basically used to say farm to fork means the time when we start sowing the crop and till the time your crop reaches to your table. So in pre-harvest, as already I have discussed that the three factors are important, but in post-harvest management of fresh produce, pre-cooling, sanitizing, we will discuss detail in later class about the pre-harvest factor. Those are very important. We will separately, I will discuss what are the pre-harvest factor that is important, and what are the post-harvest factor. Okay, in post-harvest, as I told, two things are there. One is about the fresh produce chain, and another is the processed food about chain. So you can see here I am discussing about the processed food supply chain management. In first case, in what I am discussing about the fresh produce means till the time when we suppose that for the tomato, okay, from sowing up the tomato, whenever your fresh tomato reach to your table, okay, this is the fresh produce supply chain management. But what about the processed food supply chain management? From sowing up the seed of tomato, after harvesting you go for making a tomato ketchup, tomato powder, dehydrated tomato, so many products. Means I am talking about the processed product. So two category what I am talking. One is the fresh produce supply chain management, another is your processed food supply chain management. You can see that throughout the India, those companies, those are very successful in India, not in India, outside world also you can see. There are two types of I have categorized in two way. One is the fresh produce and second is the processed food. You can see in fresh produce, Global Green is the Bangalore based, Karnataka based company. They are going gherkins. It is short form of, you can see, and that is the cucumber. It is a small size cucumber. So what they are doing, from sowing of the seed up to the market, they are controlling the whole aspect from farm to fork. Same way you can see the processed food. Take the example of PepsiCo India, you are taking the chips, Lay's chips also, Lay's chips. So what they are doing, basically they are controlling the whole chain of the processed food. Means they can get the potato from the market, but what they are doing, they are going for contact farming, because the potato available in the market is not suitable to make that chips, right? So what they are doing, they are basically from the seed time, so they are going for contact farming. In contact farming, they are controlling the whole economical management, seed selection, and they are training the farmers, because they have to grow those crops that can be used for processing. Apart from that, you can see the Kisan Catch-up also and the ITC, Siva Data. So many examples are there. So what I am conveying here is that normally what is happening in India till now is the farmers, after growing the crop, they are thinking what to do. What I am saying that at the time of sowing, you have to know that for which purpose you are going to crop. You are going for fresh purpose or table purpose or processing purpose. Okay. Apart from that, what is happening in India? If you see, there is a missing link. What is missing link? See, if you see in pre-harvest factors, all the departments like soil science, agriculture, chemistry, agronomy, plant breeding, all the departments that is in faculty of agriculture in Birsa or any university in India, those people are involved. Apart from that, agriculture engineering, soil water conservation, and farm machinery and power people are scientists, or you can say the scientists are involved, and those are working in the pre-harvest. But if you see in the post-harvest, different people are working. You can see the agriculture engineers, like the processing and food engineers are involved. In horticulture, post-harvest engineers are involved. But what is happening, if you see in India, what is happening, people are working in isolation. Means suppose that if some scientists are working on the tomato, but they are focusing only on the soil aspect. Okay, so suppose that some people are working in the post-harvest of tomato, but they don't know how to grow the tomato. So there is a big missing link. But if you see already I have given the examples of ITC or HUL or PepsiCo, what they are doing, they are controlling the whole chain from your going for seeding up to final product. But in normal, if you see throughout the India, this is the very big problem, because all people are normally, government of India, ICR is trying to make because you have to work in a team. So if you suppose that if you are going for in tomato cultivation, so all the persons from the pre-harvest and all those persons from the post-harvest, if you work in a sync, then you will give a lot of information, and that will solve the problem of farmer. If you see in this course, as I told, this is 2 credit course, 1+1 means 18 hours lecture and 18 practical is there. So I expect that whenever we reach to campus, we'll conduct some experiment, but till a time we will discuss about some theory portion here. So as I told that in this course, you can see here the greenhouse technology. What is greenhouse technology? Its introduction is their types of greenhouse, plant response to greenhouse environment. So basically only related to greenhouse portion is in your syllabus. So I will cover the whole portion of the protected part. There also the greenhouse part is there. But if you see the post-house part means the secondary agriculture, there two teachers are there, Dr. Irfan Awal Ansari and second one is the Dr. Chaya. They will cover the post-harvest part. But you can see here also in the secondary agriculture, we are not talking about the fresh produce. In process also, we are mainly focused on you can see here, we are mainly focused on the grain part also. You can see, I think the grain diet is there. So basically this course in the post-harvest, in secondary agriculture, mainly we are focused on some technology, those are involved in the post-harvest technology, and mainly the grain part here. Okay, this is the practical classes. So we will discuss about different type of greenhouses and how to use the greenhouse for drying purpose. So these parts we will discuss in practical classes. Okay. If you see in BSc Agriculture, apart from this course, the course you have taken, there is another course that is protected cultivation. Okay. So, but this course is elective course. You can see here, if you compare the syllabus of the course you are studying, with the protected cultivation course, you can see the cladding materials involved in greenhouse polyhouse. This part is not in your course, okay? Irrigation and fertigation management. As I told you, whenever we are going for the crop cultivation, we need all the person from agriculture background. Already I have discussed the different persons involved in the pre-harvest. And after harvesting the crop from polyhouse or any structure, all the persons involved in the post-harvest technology will be needed. Okay, so these are the things. But here you can see that in this course, there is a detailed discussion about the how to grow the package of practices. Means the how to grow the rose, how to grow the cucumber, how to grow the tomato. So here the detailed discussion about the package of practices of different flower or vegetables, how to those crops in the protected structure. As I know, I came to know that you have taken also this high-tech horticulture course also as a elective. This is a 2+1 course. Here also I will teach some portion. You can see here, because already we have the protected cultivation course. So here also you can see that some of the part of your protected cultivation is also there. Okay, what is common? That is protected cultivation advantage, control condition, method and technique. Apart from that, micro irrigation system, EC and pH based fertilizer scheduling. What is fertilizer scheduling? It is the amount of fertilizer, means deciding the amount of fertilizer at what time, because the requirement of fertilizer changes with the time. Okay, so apart from that, the precision farming part is also there. So if you see, in all the three courses we have discussed, there are some common parts are there. Okay, if you, I have listed the course in horticulture. Okay, so that you can make yourself acquainted with the different course offered with the same topic, or you can say similar courses. What are the common topic and what are the differences? So you can know that which part of syllabus in this course you have not, that is not covered. Okay, so here you can also see precision, the course name is precision farming and protected cultivation. This is under horticulture portion, means the horticulture, BSc horticulture course, 4 year, that is running in our Birsa also. Okay, so this is about the content of protected cultivation in horticulture BSc course. Okay, apart from that, in agriculture also there are 3 courses are there. One is the plastic application in agriculture. Here also you can see the water management, nursery management. Apart from that, the plastic, how to use the plastic in drying, preservation, handling, storage. Apart from that, we can use the plastic also in the manufacturing of farm equipment machinery. So here you can see the course content is totally different from what we will discuss in this course, means the protected cultivation secondary agriculture. Apart from that, another course is the precision farming techniques for protected cultivation. So you can go through this. Here the new thing is the root media. They have discussed the course content, discuss about the different kinds of root media that people use to grow for. They use for growing the crop or nursery. Okay, different types of growing media is there. Okay, apart from that, fertilization part is there, because as I told, fertigation is the, whenever you give the water soluble fertilizer through drip, that is fertigation. But in your course, the course you are discussing, the fertigation is not there. But certainly whenever you will go for growing the crop, irrigation is required, fertigation is required, weed control is required, insect pest control is required. Okay. Okay, and last course in BTech is these all 3 are elective course, precision agriculture and system management. So I will suggest that kindly go through this 6 courses I will listed, and so that you can compare, and you feel that some of the topic you need to discuss in this course also, not for your exam purpose, we can discuss those topic also. Okay. Now before just I want to discuss till now what is happening our academic system. If you see, the problem is that you are producing not in agriculture, in all the technical engineering college also. What is happening? There is big gap between what you are producing and what is required in industry. Okay, so what problem is happening? Because in academic system normally we go for as per curricular. Okay, we have developed some curricular, as per curricular we go for exam, midterm, final, then practical, we get the exam, we go for exam, you get the degree. But what is happening when you go with those degree in the market, the industry are not interested in you. Then what is the problem? So what I have done, I have tried to discuss those some of the lacuna that is happening in I'm not saying that people are trying to improve those things, practical aspect. What is happening? So if you see, normally in course coverage, what we are doing, we are going for classroom teaching. Now that I am taking the online, taking the class, you will get the video. Apart from that, I am going through PPT, lecture notes, I am giving the basic books. Normally what you do, apart from the theory classes, you go for practical, lab experiment, field experiment, farmers field visit. Certainly we sometime used to give, because on assignment you used to focus about the, because we are getting some marks on assignment also, and then some numerical problem. But this is the common practice till now we are following. But if you see, just I'll give some examples. In assignment, in last batch, I've given some of the assignment to the to your senior batch. What was the assignment? Just I will give one example, that effect of drip irrigation on quality of fruits and vegetables. This is the group assignment. What I did, I formed the 4 group, and each group was given one topic, and I have trained them. We discussed how to write the paper, review paper. So in 6th semester, those students, your senior batch has done a lot of good work. They have done really nicely, but finally they will not able to publish the paper, but due to their some other engagement, we will not able to finish the paper. Okay, but they have done a very good thing. So what they did, they collected a lot of paper. Certainly, normally whenever you go for drip irrigation, normally you're talking about the how to improve save the water, how to improve the yield. But basically, if you see in India, what is happening? Even though we are second largest producer of fruit vegetable in the world, our quality of the produce is very low. Due to that, our export share, if you see in the world trade of the export of the fresh fruit vegetable, our share is very low. So they need to focus on quality. Okay, so quality aspect is very important. Till now, if you see in India, normally we have focused on how to improve the yield, how to improve the yield. But now the people have realized that apart from the yield, we have to focus on quality, because if you will not improve the quality, even though you are second largest producer, but you are not getting the foreign exchange. Farmers are not able to sell their produce. So on different aspect of plastic culture, I have given some how fertigation affect your quality. So these aspects they have done nicely, and certainly if you maybe that in your batch also, maybe that this assignment can be carried forward and you can finish this assignment. Apart from that, because with the time the committee, the 15, and we are teaching this course as per 15 committee. Okay, so committee was formed to look into how to improve give the practical aspect to the our agriculture graduate, not agriculture graduate, all the graduate related to veterinary graduate, engineering graduate, so that they are more employable. Basically, as I told, that there is a gap between what is required in industry or social sector and what we are discussing in the class. So there is a big gap. So keeping these points in focus, ICAR and all the university have sit together and develop they are trying to develop a curriculum in such a way so that agriculture student can be trained in such a way that they are more employable and they can start their own enterprises. So experiential learning is there, rural agriculture program. So these are the things that you are attending in your degree program. Apart